Kia ora, and welcome to Thursday's Economy Watch, where we follow the economic events and trends that affect Aotearoa. I'm David Chaston, and this is the international edition from interest.co.nz, and today we lead with news. Tariff-tax cost threats to inflation are being joined by seasonal climate threats in the US. First, it is hot in large parts of the US, including the heavily populated northeast. Air conditioners are working overtime, and that means electricity grids are overloaded. Retail electricity prices there have spiked to nearly $2,400 a megawatt hour. That's 4,000 New Zealand dollars a megawatt hour during peak evening demand last night. Wholesale prices on Long Island topped $7,000. Just for context, New Zealand prices this morning are about $60 a megawatt hour. In a crisis here, it's $1,000 a megawatt hour. Meanwhile, US mortgage applications rose last week slightly from the week before, but only because refinance activity rose. Applications to buy a new home were down sharply from the prior week, although up from the same week a year ago. Interest rates were little changed. But May sales of new single-family homes dropped sharply by almost 14% from the prior month to an annualised rate of just 623,000 units, and far below the 700,000 unit rate that was expected. It's the sharpest decline since mid-2022. May 2025 was 6.3% below year-ago levels. Getting the blame was uncertain economic conditions that is causing potential buyers to wait before committing to a purchase. And things could get worse. There are now 10 months' supply of built but unsold homes at the current sales rate. We may start to see some aggressive discounting ahead, or more likely builders going bust. The big US Treasury 5-year bond tender earlier today was well supported, even if not quite at the level of the last event. This event delivered a median yield of 3.82%, a bit less than the 4.01% at the prior equivalent event a month ago. And in Senate testimony, Fed boss Powell acknowledged that tariff taxes could be a one-off threat to inflation, but he said that is not a law of nature, and they're worried they could also drive persistent rises in costs. He said they will stay on guard until they know the actual effect. In China, their central bank injected 300 billion yuan into financial institutions through a one-off medium-term lending facility into the country's banking system. This is what was expected. And in a first, President Xi will not attend the Brazilian-hosted BRICS meeting this year. The first time he's skipped that. The reasons why aren't clear, and it is fueling speculation. In Australia, their monthly inflation indicator fell to 2.1% in May, down from 2.4% in both March and April. That's a 7-month low, and lower than the 2.3% rate expected. The main influence for the reduction were fruit and vegetable prices, going to 2.8% from 6.1%, and travel and accommodation from 5.3% down to 0.6%. The US Treasury 10-year yield is now at 4.29% and down 1 basis point from yesterday. And the price of gold will start today at $3,322 an ounce, up an insignificant $2 from yesterday. American oil prices are up $1 at just on $65.50 a barrel, while the international Brent price is now just over $68 a barrel. And we should probably note that the Wall Street Journal is reporting that Dutch oil company Shell is in talks to buy British rival BP. Currently, Shell is denying the report. The Kiwi dollar is now just on 60.3 US cents and up 10 basis points from yesterday. Against the Aussie, we're 10 basis points firmer too at 92.7 Australian cents. Against the euro, we're unchanged at 51.8 euro cents. That all means our trade-weighted index starts today at 68 and 10 basis points firmer than yesterday. And the Bitcoin price starts today at $107,062, up 0.9% from yesterday at this time. Volatility over the past 24 hours has been modest at just on plus or minus 1.2%. You can get more news affecting the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston, and we'll do this again tomorrow.